Hi everybody and welcome to this week's webcast. I'm seeing a hair here that I gotta take care of. So, hi, how you guys all doing? It is Monday. No, it's not Monday. See, I'm always screwed up by like what day it is and what week and all sorts of stuff going on. So it is not Monday, it's Tuesday, and we're here at the office, and I figured I'd give you guys a little beach wave with the hair. Beach wave, yes, it is natural. The wave is natural. Since I'm not going to the beach and since I'm not going anywhere around people at the beach, I figured a beach wave would be just the right amount of summer for you as we take on the office for this week. I have so many things in store for you, so many updates, and I can't wait to get to them. And so many things I have to announce. There's just so much going on. Thank you, Bebecita. I said it's the wave hair. It's a natural wave. Bet you guys didn't know that since my hair usually comes out straight. I think, oh, Sedona. Diane, how are you in Sedona? I have been there on a vacation many, many years ago, Diane. And let me just tell you that for some reason, when I got to Sedona, you know, all the vortexes there and everything, I felt like I was rocking on a boat back and forth, back and forth. It was like the energy was so high in Sedona, and it felt almost more male energy than female. I could not handle the energy. It was just, it just totally like put me through the roof. But yeah, it is beautiful there, and the mountains were beautiful and everything else. So hi, Barb from Burlington Township. I used to live close by in Mount Laurel for a long time. Hope you're enjoying Burlington Township at this time of year. Yeah, so Bebecita, you missed the shows. I miss my shows too. Wish I could perform soon. I just don't know when that's going to happen. So this is the best that I have for you for my performances. I just come on and perform here. I guess that's the best that I can do. Hi, everybody. All right. Well, I know you guys love The Office because we get down to business. So we're getting down to business. And of course, I have everything written out here like you like it. And because when I got, no, I'll talk about that soon. Okay, so the world energy, here we go. World energy. For those of you who have kids, there's going to be a lot of changes with the school reopenings. Jason Snyder, oh my goodness, how are you, buddy? Big shout out to Jason. As you know, my ADD, I try to focus and then I get pulled away if I look somewhere else. And Jason popped up, and I was actually just on his show, the Firelands podcast, on Sunday night, and we had a blast. I actually just posted the highlights to the end of that show, which was, I was not supposed to be doing any readings for that show at all. We were just supposed to talk about mediumship and everything else. And Jason's the one who is not used to being read. He is a ghost hunter. He has a paranormal podcast show, and he's around psychics and mediums all the time, and none of them could ever read him. And the other guys used to be in the ghost talk. He's the one that the ghosts always come to, and the spirits and the messages. Well, lo and behold, surprise, surprise, Jason ended up getting his very first reading on air on Sunday, and it wasn't planned. And let me tell you, it really came through for him, and I think he got a lot of messages, and his friend was a little shocked, and so was he. So I put his surprise reading on. So when you go to this post on my Facebook, the post below it is Jason's reading on air. And if you guys like shock value, there's shock value. So you guys can check it out. It was unedited, live, wasn't expected. Jason actually said no to a bunch of stuff that later his friend TJ was like, no, man, you had that situation happen. So you could tell that it wasn't like, if people want to say, oh, it's staged or whatever, these reactions can't be staged. Okay, so we had a lot of fun. And I have some, I actually have some really exciting news about Jason, about TJ, and about the Firelands podcast, and about this podcast, because we're doing something, we're evolving. As you can see, The Office, the door, see, I have closet doors here. So we're in construction here. So this office, sometimes you get the side view, sometimes you get the window view, sometimes you get the back view, but I'm hoping my face is lit from the sun here. But yeah, the office is being constructed for a lot of reasons, not just for The Office either. We have a lot of things in plan. So if you guys have watched this since the beginning, you know that this started out with me walking down the street. So then it went to the office, the porch, the lounge, and now we're recreating these spaces. And now I have an announcement at the end of this. Okay, so back to the world energy, because that's what I promised you. Then I saw Jason and I went off on a tangent. Okay, so school reopenings. So lots of decisions over the next 3 days with school districts being said to be firm. So you're going to get emails, announcements, people calling saying, okay, this is what we're doing for the kids' school year. Be ready. This is our plan. The plan's in place. Because I feel in the last month, you probably get emails changing those things that are happening. But for some reason, you probably got correspondence this week saying, this is what we're doing. This is a set thing. I'm telling you it's not. Okay, I'm feeling this is going to change drastically. So I want you to put plans in place by Friday for whatever your plan B is if you have children going to school. This is specifically the case on the East Coast. The East Coast is going to have more changes than the West Coast and the Midwest combined with school reopenings. So I'm telling you, you're going to be getting letters and emails saying this is what we're doing, and you're going to put plans in place. Have plan B, if that even means you have to go to another school district or whatever. You might find that some districts in the same area that you live in are doing completely different things. But these plans are going to change. So if you don't have a plan B, go with the plan B. Now on the West Coast, things are more set. So if you live on the West Coast, I feel, and this is the United States, okay, so if anyone's here out of the country, I'm not kind of talking, this is what came through, was mostly about the United States. I don't think anyone's here out of the United States, but let me know if you are. So yeah, so West Coast I feel is more set with school. I don't feel as many changes happening out there. And Midwest, I just got a neutral feeling. So I feel like whatever plans were in place in the last couple weeks or so, things will be much staying the same and on the same line. So that's what I feel about the schools. Just East Coast people, East Coast parents, be aware, ski with care, have a plan B. And that's not, okay. Can you guys hear me at all? Are you guys still hearing me? The phone rang and I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb. So if you guys are still there, please let me know. I'll wait about 30 more seconds. Are you guys still there? If somebody could just tell me if, okay, cool. So we're still on. Okay. Also, the next thing I have to say is that there's something about vaccine news that's going to be coming, but it's in the early stages and not exactly the same. So what I had this visual of a vaccine, but it's not actually the virus that they're saying is being put out. It's like a mutation of the virus, or it's something that's just like the virus from another country. It's a different strain of something, and they're saying that mitigates the virus. But please, I'm just a medium and an intuitive. So I'm not a medical doctor. Just don't do anything medically because I told you so. I'm just telling you the visions I'm getting. That's what I hear to do. But I see something being news that's saying we have a vaccine, but it's not an actual, how some vaccines like the polio vaccine, measles, they're an actual virus, dead or alive, whatever. This is like a variation of something that's supposed to take care of something else. So it's not the actual strain. I see pharmaceutical companies and stocks going crazy about this news. So I'm not sure, it just seems like a fluke to me. So whatever comes out first, and stocks and pharmaceuticals and this situation, I'm just getting that it might not be the right mixture of things. So beware of this is what I wrote. Now this is interesting. If you fly on major airlines, this is not good what I'm seeing. Okay, huge increase with airline fees coming in. It's gonna be like between a 30 to 45 day period of time, to where there might even be a backlash by the American people or even the employees of these major airlines, because I'm seeing almost like ticket prices going from one thing where it's been and then all of a sudden it's being hiked even further than it was before the pandemic hit. And I see this for a small period of time, but I feel like a lot of news related to this, not just security or baggage or anything like that, but I'm getting tickets themselves, ticket sales, or a hike with airlines. And I feel it's not in line with the current situation, and I don't feel it will last long. So I'm feeling too that you're going to be tapped into this energy that's going on now. It's a ruse. Whatever you feel about things being fast-paced and moving forward and moving along and moving ahead, we have 5 planets in retrograde. It's kind of an illusion. It's kind of a mirage. That's not really what's going on. Let's see. We're a feeling of nothing happening and things moving ahead, very fast-paced. And right now, you can't seem to keep up with the energy or the movement. So this is a ruse. What's going on this week is a ruse. Okay? Is somebody here from France? Hello to France. Are you from France? We're in France. We have some interesting people showing up today. Okay, so that's the world energy that I have. Like I said, the energy right now, it's like all about like everything's fine, we're moving forward, things are so fast paced, things are moving ahead, but it's not, it's like what you see is not what you get. Okay, this is a mask of the world that's going on right now. So physically, we have to be aware of personally. Energy is moving too quickly right now for some of you to handle. So if you find you're trying to get one thing done and then you get distracted and then you can't just get a project done from start to finish, things just keep coming up to bother you, to irritate you, to, just take you off guard. And it's going to be a very annoying energy for the next couple days. Try to take breaks throughout the day. You're not going to get everything done that you want to get done. Frustrations with client and consumer relations. So if you ordered something from a company and then you can't get your refund, there's a lot of client consumer issues right now that are going to be very irritating. If you work in the sales industry or you're in the sales industry, this week could be very frustrating because people are like vultures. They're not happy with anything. Okay. So just be aware that there's a lot of people that can't handle this fast-paced movement. We were in such slow movement for some time. This is also a great time to begin a wellness routine that sticks for you. Okay, so if you started this wellness routine today or by Friday, or you started this last week, you're in a very, very good position to have a routine that sticks. So a lot of people during the new year, they're like, let's go to the gym. And it doesn't ever stick. So right now, this is a great time to begin your wellness routine that sticks: exercise, yoga, meditation. You may feel with all this fast-paced energy that you want to do multiple things at once. And you're very I could just do yoga and meditation and a diet and exercise. Oh my God, I'm just going to do it all. I'm going to change myself. No, resist the urge. Just resist the urge. Right. Sorry. I just things just happen when I have the beach wave on. So resist the urge, as this is a setup for being a greyhound out of the gate, because you're going to start all these things and then it's going to become overwhelming and then you're not going to continue with it. You start one thing and let's say you want to start exercise routine, start 15 minutes and don't push it. Okay. If you push it, you're going to stop. So it may seem that we are in periods of making huge changes or taking on the new. Taking on something new is not in favor right now, like drastically new. However, taking what you built, so if you have a solid foundation with something that you're already doing and you're taking it to the next level and you're putting new into an already established foundation, these are new things that are going to be very favorable this week. Okay. Now the endings I was talking about in the last couple broadcasts are still in place. Okay, the endings are still in place. However, the surprise endings I was talking about are not. So they've already moved away from us, like the weather forecast. The big tornadoes moved away, the surprise storm. But the endings that began in the last couple weeks, they will start their course to finishing. These endings are going to continue to move out, and all the people involved in these endings are going to start moving in their separate pathways. So this is good. I don't feel it's going to be any upheaval or big sort of craziness or surprises, but the endings will continue that started in the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, major ones. Okay. Okay, someone from France. Hi, you validated you were in France, and you're in a town called Mayenne. I hope I pronounced that properly. With the virus empty on the France. So you don't have, I guess what I'm wondering about, and this is interesting that you're here, you have no virus in this town, or you do? Just if you could clarify what that means, that would be very interesting for us to know. Okay, so news. I have some great news for you guys. So the news, I told you about the Firelands podcast. Jason is here. He's the host of the podcast. His friend TJ is the co-host. And I talked to you about that podcast. I'm going to put the whole podcast up because I talk about how I actually got into this. And it's a really hilarious story of how I ended up doing this for the last 20 years. So that's going to be on Facebook and on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel Connection Beyond and you missed these live webcasts, once you subscribe to Connection Beyond, you'll get these in your email as soon as they come out. So I know that a lot of you have been following me since the beginning. I haven't had any guests on because I couldn't figure that out because we were just on the Firelands podcast. They were telling me about different software. We're going to try this at the end of the week. Okay, so I might do the porch and try out some of this software and see if it's working for me. Maybe have somebody on the midweek. But we're going to do the lounge. The lounge is, the office is where we get down to business and we talk about everything coming up. Midweek, we go to the porch. I'm so confused, Rogue. Marilyn, my name. Okay, I'm so sorry, but I'm not understanding what you're saying about the virus and this. I'm sorry. You might have to try to keep writing because I'm not really getting exactly what you're saying. But I hope that you're okay. So the new software, I'm going to be trying that out on Friday at 9 o'clock. I'm giving you guys a time. I know I don't ever give you a time, but it's going to be me, Jason, and TJ. They are paranormal investigators. They are ghost hunters. They've been doing conventions for the last 20 years. They have seen a lot of stuff, probably different stuff than I see. And I'm so interested to talk to them about their experiences. And you guys can ask them whatever questions you want. And we're going to talk about Jason's reading and we're just going to hang out because the lounge is supposed to be fun. I get a little weird at the lounge. It's supposed to be fun and crazy and exciting. And we talk about love lives and we talk about whatever. So we're going to hang. We're going to have a hang on Friday, 9 o'clock. Be there, be square. Jason and TJ from the Firelands podcast are going to be there. If you want to check out their podcast, it's the pod something. The last pod? I don't know. Jason, I know it's not at the Firelands podcast. It's something else on Facebook. But if you look it up, I'm sure you can find it via Google. If you're still there, Jason, feel free to put up how you get there. So we're going to go over the astrological signs for the week. Yes, Tabitha, 9 p.m. Friday night, the lounge. Not the office, not the porch, but the lounge. We're going to go live with Jason and TJ. We're going to try it anyway. I'm going to see if I could do the split screen thing. I'm going to see what we could do. I'm going to give it a shot. So you guys are really getting on my case because I would say, oh, this is a great week for Gemini, Taurus, Libra. You're like, well, where's Sagittarius? Where's Scorpio? And then I had them out of order. And then you're like, I missed the signs. And everybody's asking me all out of order. So I'm like, all right, guys, I have every sign here. And you guys are in order this week. Okay? Aries starts it. Pisces finishes it. Now, I'm going to have you guys be my moderators. If anybody starts to ask about their own sign after I said it, you guys are going to have to put them in their place because I've already said it. So you have to tell them, rewind the tape, back up the milk truck, and watch it again. But they're all here. I counted them. There are 12. I will count them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I have 12 signs. I didn't miss anyone. Okay, so you're all here. Okay, so signs for the week. Aries. Rock on, Aries. You will vibe with the intensity of this week. You are a rock star this week. Get out your guitar, get out your drums, and just rock it because you're going to have a good week. Taurus. Slow and steady wins the race. You don't take many you don't make many risky decisions. You make calculated risks. So you're not going to go with the energy of all this risky behavior. So this is good. You're going to stay the course, and whatever you're working on project-wise, you're still going to keep going slow and steady. Gemini, I just have woo-wee. That's what I have. Be careful not to do anything crazy, risky, or impulsive. Sometimes you tend to do that, Gemini, when the other side of the fence comes out, the other face of the Gemini. And with the impulsive energy being the way it is and not stable, it could mean that this burn could burn you in the butt. So if you do something impulsive or fiery, you get burned in the butt. So don't make any risky decisions this week, Gemini. Cancer. This week is too fast-paced for you, Cancer. Best to keep to yourself and not talk to people if you can, or not be in emotional discussions, because the crab, a little Cancer crab, will get his claws on somebody and it's going to pinch somebody. So be careful if you have Cancers in your life. They're going to be a little moody this week. Leo, this is your birthday month coming up. You're in your season. You know you love being admired. You know you love being looked at. And you can't really resist people admiring you, Leo, because you're just the sunshine of everybody's life. But be aware this week of false admirations. The sun is shining, it's your birthday sign, and you are used to loving the admiration, but be careful who you let admire you, because I'm seeing people presenting false faces this week to you, Leo. So just be aware that you don't let somebody in and take on their energy and allow them to admire you when it could not be the best. They could turn that face and it might not be the best thing for you. Okay? So beware of just like drinking in the admiration. You have to be cautious with who you let admire you, because some of those people can be not good for you, okay? Virgo, all I have here is just give it up already with the practicalities and trying to deal with the details this week. Things are going too fast for you. Nothing's going to be perfect this week, Virgo. I know you guys are perfectionists. You like to fine-tune things. You like to look at the details. You're going to have to go with the flow this week, and that's hard for you. If you try to pay attention to too many details, you're going to go crazy and you're going to get angry. Just go with the flow this week. You're probably not going to listen to me immediately, but you'll look back on it and say, oh, you know what, Marisa said that after I just flipped out. So try not to do that. Libra, dance and sing. You'll have a great week. Go to a concert, socially distanced. I don't mean like Santa would go to a real concert, but you know, if somebody's playing their music outside on their porch or whatever, dance and sing. You'll have a glory. Like, you got to let your hair down a little bit, Libra. Sing loud too, or in your car. Just let it out. Scorpio. Okay. Take your hands out of multiple projects this week. Just focus on one task. If you try to control too many projects, they will all fall through your hands like sand. Remember that, Scorpio. You like to have a hand in things and have control, but if you try to control multiple projects this week, it will all fall through your hands. You don't want that. You want to have control over the one that's most important and the one that really is very important to you, okay? Sagittarius, take an adventure around nature, hike, kayak, any type of nature. It's going to be fun, and be around friends. This is a good week for you to be around friends, laugh, have fun. Not a good week for Sagittarius to focus on work. Capricorn, it is. Work on your creative project this week. Take it up another level from where you started to develop it. And this is good. You're going to see great results. This is the testing week for you. Aquarius, it's time to reinvent yourself completely and take on a whole new style, a whole new vibe, become a whole new person. That's you, Aquarius. Nobody's going to recognize you after you reinvent yourself. It's time to do it. I know you're brave. I know you're courageous. And I know you're stubborn where you make a decision. It's time to reinvent yourself completely. And I have new style, new tribe. Ready to go, Aquarius. Pisces, I know a lot of you are introverted, but it's time to take a break from this energy and isolate yourself. And it's time to time travel. You guys have the ability to go up in the clouds. So if you're interested in time travel, Pisces, it's the time to go back into the past and review all those glorious memories. This is great for you. It's a good time for antiquing for Pisces. So that's it, man. That was a lot. It's hard to read everything I write down. But I hope you guys will join me on Friday in the lounge, from your own lounge. Jason's going to be there, TJ. We're going to try this new software. And of course, I'm going to try to come on for the porch this week. And if you want to see that surprise reading I did on Jason last night on his podcast, he wasn't expecting it. The hosts were shocked. I love the shock value of the dogs coming through from the other side. It was just awesome. Check it out. I posted that on my Facebook page, just not the whole hour and 15 minute show, just his reading at the end. So if you want to get a sense of how I read, you can check it out. It's a lot of fun. All right, Jason, how you doing? You're still there. If you could tell people, or just write down how people can get to your Facebook page or your YouTube. I know that it's like the Fire Pod or something, or the pod. I don't know. It's not the Firelands podcast. So if you could just let us know where, if they want to check out your other podcasts, where they could reach you, that would be great. And let me just say hi to a couple people. Regina, how are you? I hope to see you Friday. Christy, thanks for listening to the Firelands podcast. I'm so happy you did. I hope that you enjoyed my wing eating competition story. If you haven't watched that, everybody, you got to check it out. I hope everybody liked my astrological order today, so I didn't miss anybody. Let's see. All right. Bonnie, how you doing? I still feel bad for this person from France. I really don't know what's going on with them, but thank you for watching anyway. I really appreciate you guys being here. Yes, Jason, we know you're the Firelands podcast, but I know that your Facebook page is not at the Firelands podcast. It's at like pod something, FirePod 417 or something like that. So I was just wondering if you wanted to put down what the actual title is of your Facebook page. I know the title is the Fireland podcast, but like the actual address of your Facebook page, I think it's something different. Cool. Well, thanks everybody for coming, and I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys in the lounge on Friday. I'm giving you a time now. It's 9 p.m. I usually don't give a time, so I'm hoping you guys will show up, and we're going to talk about a lot of, like, I'm really excited to ask these guys about a lot of stuff. I haven't been able to ask them, and you guys will get a chance to ask them about a lot of spiritual stuff too. It's going to be exciting. So we'll see you then. Create your own lounge. Have a glass of wine. Have some food. Have a soda if you don't drink. Whatever works for you. Put on some twinkly lights. We'll be here. All right. We'll see you guys soon, and have a great week.